Yo, what is going on, guys? It's One Solo here with A Squad Gaming, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today for some more State of Decay 2. So in today's video, we're actually going to be going over all of the sniper rifles and rifles that are currently in State of Decay 2, with, I'm assuming there's going to be some more weapons and stuff coming down the road with upcoming DLCs and that kind of thing. But like I said, we're going to be going over all of the sniper rifles as well as all of the rifles, like your marksman rifles and stuff like that. So real quick, guys, before I actually jump into the video, I have to have a big shout out here for all of the guys over on the ASQD Gaming Discord, because without their help kind of getting some of the names of these weapons, tracking some of these weapons down, stuff like that, this video probably wouldn't have been possible, as well as a couple individuals that I want to shout out directly, which is Grape, which he is a member of the ASQD Gaming Discord, and he let me borrow a couple of his weapons for this video, as well as Helios, which he is a member of the Undead Labs Discord, and he also gave me a couple weapons and stuff that were definitely key to making this video. And a big shout out to those guys. And real quick, guys, if you guys haven't heard about the ASQD Gaming Discord, I will leave a link down in the description. You guys go check it out. We're doing some contests and some fun stuff over there, and it's a really good group of guys, and you know, it's really fun hanging out in there. And then real quick, one last shout out to the State of Decay 2 mod team, the mods that are actually making mods and stuff for the game. I did not mod any of these weapons, guys, but the mod team over there did give me a full weapons list of things that are in the game currently and things that are upcoming DLC weapons and stuff, so I have that list. That made it easy to track down these weapons. But overall, guys, that's all for the shoutouts, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the first weapon we're going to be talking about is the Bolt Scout, which here you guys can see, it's not definitely the greatest gun. This is probably one of the most common sniper rifles that you can find in State of Decay 2. Overall, decent stats, but it does not actually have a scope. It has a 10-round magazine, and it's a single-shot bolt-action rifle. And being the fact that it doesn't have a scope, you really, at decent to long ranges, you really don't have very great accuracy with it. And I think this is a weapon that personally I wouldn't be using that often, just for the fact that it does not have a scope. Next, we have the Hunter's Bolt Scout. So this one is basically the exact same weapon, except it has a decent scope on it. And as you can see here, I try to take on a Juggernaut, and it's definitely not the greatest idea because it's being a bolt action, but not a bad gun. Shoots 5.56. Capacity of a 10-round magazine there, and like I said, it's basically the exact same thing as the standard Bolt Scout, except this does have a scope. Most of the rifles in the game, they have sort of two different variations of each other, one with a scope and one without the scope, and most of the time the one with the scope is going to be better, just because you can zoom in, you can zoom out and stuff, so it's good for all scenarios. Next, we have the Model 70 Classic. So this one is basically the Model 70 without a scope, and it's not the greatest weapon personally. Like I said, it doesn't have, with it not having a scope, only has a 5-round magazine, and it is a bolt action, but it does shoot 7.62, so it does pack a punch. But either way, you're still going to want to basically shoot everything in the head, so it'll be a one-shot kill, basically the same with all the other guns and stuff in the game. But not a bad rifle, but it just kind of sucks that you can't put a scope on it, and there currently is no system in the game to mod attachments other than muzzle attachments. So next we have the Hunter's Model 70. So this is pretty much the same as the Bolt Scout. You have the exact same thing as the Model 70 Classic, except this one has a decent scope on it. There's definitely higher scopes in the game, guys. There's much greater scopes, I guess you could say, that zoom in further. But overall, for the Hunter's Model 70, the Model 70 variant and everything, this would probably be the one that I would use the most, just because it does have a decent scope and it is a very accurate weapon. Next, we have the Heirloom Model 70. So this one, it's pretty much the same thing as the Hunter's Model 70. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was the accuracy was a little bit higher, and I think it was the fire rate or range, something like that. It was almost absolutely identical to the Hunter's Model 70, but visually it looked a little bit different. It looked like it's got a little more wear on it, so it's kind of like an older rifle, which was pretty cool. So next we have the M1A, which this is basically a semi-automatic marksman rifle, very similar to the M14 as well as the SOCOM, and this thing is an absolute beast. It does have a decent scope. I wish it had a little bit bigger of a scope, but overall it's a very good weapon. Shoots 7.62, 20-round magazine, and you can just ring this thing off. You can shoot this thing basically as fast as you can pull the trigger, which helps in some situations when you get swarmed by a lot of zombies. Next we have the M1A Short. So real quick, it's the exact same thing as the M1A, except it does have a shorter barrel to save weight. That's pretty much the only difference. I think visually it might look a little bit different, obviously, because it's got the shorter barrel and like the granules of the wood or something on the side maybe look just a little bit different. I don't know if that's just me or that's just the lighting being the fact that the sun is going down in the game. But both of these, the M1A and the M1A Short, variation-wise, they're pretty much the exact same rifle, but they are very good rifles. Next, we have the M14 DMR. So this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, actual semi-automatic rifle because this thing has a monster scope on it. It does have a 20-round magazine, shoots 7.62. Visually, the gun itself looks very similar to the M1A, but being the fact that you see that giant scope on top, this gun is unmistakable when you find this in the open world because of that scope on top. And this, like I said, definitely one of my favorite, if not my favorite, bolt action, or excuse me, the semi-auto rifles. Next, we have the SOCOM 2, which is pretty much the same thing as the M1A and the M14. It has a couple different variations in the stats. Also has a 20-round magazine, shoots 7.62, and it shoots as fast as you can pull the trigger. And this thing, I took down a few juggernauts with this weapon there. I honestly thought I was going to get grabbed and I was going to get ripped in half, but thankfully we survived this encounter with a juggernaut and take him down with the SOCOM. But overall, very, very good semi-auto rifle, a lot of power, shoots really fast. Next, we have my favorite bolt-action rifle in the game. Visually, aesthetically, the way it handles and everything is the Arctic Warrior. So this one has an 8-round magazine, shoots 7.62. I wish it had a bigger scope. I wish it had the scope that like the M14 DMR had. But so overall, it's my favorite bolt-action rifle because it's like you see the description there. It says it's exceptionally heavy bolt-action mag-fed military sniper rifle relied upon the world's best. Just the way it behaves, the way it looks. It's been in other video games and stuff, so it's definitely my favorite bolt action. And then also, if you guys did not know, in the tutorial, if you play through the tutorial, the military guy actually has this weapon on him. So that is an easy way to guarantee yourself having the Arctic Warrior. You can just, go through the tutorial and that guy has it. Next, we have the B50FG. So this one is the 50 cal sniper rifle that does not actually have an optic on top, so it's not very good for long ranges. Just because, the accuracy and stuff, you can't zoom in. This is more of a close quarters weapon, but this thing is so loud. So if you shoot this thing, you're going to have a whole lot of zombies on you very, very quick. But taking out plague hearts, taking out zombies and stuff like that in a small, tight proximity, very good weapon. Next, we have the Model 99-50. Personally, my favorite 50 cal in the game, just because this is like exact, the Barrett 50 cal. You cannot put a suppressor on it, which is not a surprise, and this thing just visually looks amazing, and this thing sounds so good. And this is basically the same as the other 50 cal guys. Once you shoot this baby, you're going to attract a lot of attention, so make sure you're aware of that when you're using it. And then last but definitely not least, we have the M99X1 Timberwolf. And this one here, I tried to take out this juggernaut by just shooting him just to test something, and then I realized I didn't have a whole lot of AP rounds on me, so I end up not killing the juggernaut. But I have to kind of run away and rethink my strategy. But this gun, guys, this thing is like the epitome of the best gun in the game, just because it's one of the rarer guns in the game, and overall it's the 50 cal that everybody kind of is sought after to get in State of Decay 2. I know I had one when I was making this video, and it actually glitched out of the trunk of my car, so I believe that one I borrowed from Grape from the ASQD Gaming Discord, because I was just getting ready to film the clip, I guess you could say, with that Timberwolf, and it disappeared. It literally disappeared right out of the trunk of my car, and I was like, are you serious? So I'm not going to have a Timberwolf. I'm going to have to get that one back to him. But definitely a good weapon. Probably one of the most notorious in State of Decay 2, just because of the name and everything surrounding it, because it's an anti-material rifle, and just everything with that just sounds super badass. So it's going to have probably the biggest name, I guess you could say, in State of Decay 2. So anybody that knows what the Timberwolf is in State of Decay 2. But the other 50 cal, like I said, the one that looked like the B90, B99 50 or something like that, that one, it just, oh, that thing looked so sick. It literally looked exactly like the Barrett 50 cal from a lot of other video games and stuff. But overall, guys, that is pretty much going to do it for the weapons list of the sniper rifles in State of Decay 2. That's pretty much all of them currently. I'm assuming at the Independence Day, maybe down the road with some Daybreak DLC and other DLCs and stuff, we're obviously going to get some more rifles, some more other weapons and stuff like that. So hopefully here soon, guys, I can kind of track down some of the ARs, shotguns, pistols and stuff, and I can continue to do these videos showcasing every single weapon. Eventually, I would like to showcase every every single weapon that is in State of Decay 2, so that way you guys know everything that there is currently in the game, and then also with DLC weapons coming down the road. But overall, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for the video. If you guys enjoyed it, you guys found it helpful, you guys are excited about all the different sniper rifles that is in State of Decay 2, make sure to drop a like. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all things State of Decay 2. I'm going to try to keep going with some, I'm not going to probably be able to keep on my daily uploads with State of Decay 2, guys, but with State of Decay 2, Overkill's The Walking Dead, Dead Matter, and then we have Vigor, as well as Dying Light. I mean, there's so much stuff I want to cover on the channel over the next few weeks and stuff, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel for that. But that is all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.